Ethan and his dad stayed at Bushcraft Ridge last night, and I went out around 6 and we did some knot tying activities. We started on the Paracord Lanyard activity, and this is about as far as we got. A lark's head in the carabiner. So I'm going to make this little tutorial especially for Ethan so that he can finish up his carabiner lanyard. Last night I said about 6 inches, so that's probably about right here. And that's, you might have a little more, a little less, but what we're going to do is bend these two down. And it's kind of easy to do but hard to talk through sometimes. So really what you're doing, you're just tying a knot, and we're going to tie this same knot over and over again. So with this one, I want you to go over and come behind this. And this other one, all I want you to do is go under and come up through. Alright, so that it ends up looking like that. And then we're going to slowly tighten that down so that these stay about the same length. So we need to pull this through a little bit, this through, and just work that, dress it up, tighten it down. My son always says, "You want to put clothes on it, Dad?" What do you mean dress it up? My 12-year-old. So then that's our start right there. And all we're going to do is do that same knot over and over again. And it's actually just, this is going to be horrible to look at, it's actually just the knot you start tying your shoes with. This, that. It's all it is, except we're tying that over this doubled up cord at a different place each time. So the one you're going to pick to go over the top, last night I was showing you which one to pick to go under the bottom and then do like this, but I think it might be easier for you if you pick which one goes over the top. So it's whichever one is coming out of the end like this. See, this is over the top right there, and then this paracord's coming out of the end. So that's always going to be the one we put over the top and under this one. So we should have something that looks like that. And then this is just going to go behind and come through. And then you're just going to dress that up and tighten it down like that. So now we did the left, now we're going to do the right. So that's an easy way to remember it, is just opposite sides each time. But if you get confused about which side you did last, you just need to look at this to keep our pattern going. So before, this one, you know, it was coming out of the end up here. Now it's coming out of the end right there. This is actually kind of coming up. See how it looks like it's coming up? This one's coming straight over. So that's the one we're going to do. Cross over. And then this is just going to go down, behind, and through. And then once you get kind of this pattern down, or the rhythm, you're going to see it's really easy. Left over top. This goes over, behind, and through. And you see, all you're doing is tying that half hitch with this on a different side, with that on a different side each time. That's all it is. Now we're on the right, over top, down, behind, and through. So once you do like a couple of these, it gets really easy, and you'll be able to see this pattern. Which one's, I forgot which one I did last, left or right. So I look, this one's coming up, this one's coming out the end, so this is the one I need to take over. This one on this side comes down, behind, and through. See? This one's coming out of the end, over. Other one comes down, behind, and through. So that's going to be my mnemonic. Over. This one comes, see? Down, behind, and through. So when I say down, behind, and through, this one really needs to be out of the way, right? So for that to work, this one's coming out of the end, it goes over, then this one comes down, behind, and through. And now, once I get it through, let's get it up there out of the way again. Alright? So this one is coming over. Now this one comes down, behind, and through. Once it comes through, get it out of the way. This one comes over. This one comes down, behind, and through. Once I get it through, get it out of the way. So this one comes over. This one comes down, behind, and through. And then get it out of the way after you tighten it. So you see how we're keeping our pattern, right? Now I'm going to tighten this, and then I'm also going to tighten it this way, because all of these should slip up a little bit too and tighten down. So the way to tell if you're doing this correctly, or if you look at it and you're like, I think I messed up here. If you look at the edge, you can see the pattern goes back and forth. Bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top. If you get a bottom, top, bottom, 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 this whole that actually is another knot, but it'll start twisting this around. I mean, that is another lanyard style. Okay, I've forgotten whether I did left or right last. Which one are we on? So this one is coming up, right? That means get it out of the way. This one's coming out of the end, so it's going to come over. This one's going to come down, and it's going to go behind and through. Now that we've talked about that, I'm going to finish up the rest of this real quick, and then we'll see what we do to the ends. All right? Okay, there we go. So your paracord lanyard should look something like this. All the way to the very end, get it as tight as you can, tighten it up on there, see? Alright, so now I check, see my zigzag pattern back and forth, I check on my sides, the pattern stays correct on both sides. So last night we were trying to tie the double version of this in the very end. I think it's easier just to do the single version that I showed at the beginning of this video. So now what we're going to do is snip off this cord here and this cord here, and then singe it and then flatten it down. And I just put up my scissors and lighter, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got some scissors and a lighter. So I'm going to make sure this is tight one more time. Okay. And then we're going to cut this here. Like that. And then we're going to singe this and mash it flatter than the opening so it can't go through. So we get that there, and then just like that. See? And then we're going to do the other one. And my fan is actually, I should turn the fan off, making it a little more difficult. Okay. We're going to singe this side, same way. And then mash that flatter, than the stuff around it so it can't pull through. And there you go. There's your paracord lanyard with carabiner. So you can clip your keys onto this end, and then you put them in your pocket and you have this, or you can clip this onto your rucksack and have it as a zipper pull, or you can actually run a keychain through this end down here, and so you have your keys here and your lanyard, or you can put your keys on this end and then just have this as kind of a key fob, however you want to do it. And there you go. Sorry we couldn't get through that all last night. Hopefully this video will help you out. Thank you guys for coming and spending time with me at Bushcraft Ridge. Hope to see you guys again. Take care.